I discovered my boyfriend is cheating and secretly leaked their affair to their workplace, costing them their job and reputation. It started with a text. I was sitting on the couch flipping through TV channels when my boyfriend, Mark, got a notification on his phone. He was in the kitchen making dinner, so I glanced at the screen. "Can't wait to see you tonight," the message read. I froze. Who was texting him that? And why? I picked up the phone, my heart pounding. The number wasn't saved, but the area code was local. I hesitated for a moment, then opened the message thread. There were dozens of texts, flirty, suggestive, even explicit. My stomach churned as I scrolled through them. It was clear Mark was cheating on me. I felt a mix of emotions, anger, betrayal, sadness, but mostly I felt numb. Mark walked back into the room, carrying 2 plates of pasta. "Dinner's ready," he said, smiling. I forced a smile back, trying to hide my shock. "Thanks. Looks great." He sat down next to me, completely oblivious. "So, how was your day?" "Fine," I said, my voice tight. "Yours?" Same old, he said, taking a bite of his pasta. "Just another day at the office." I nodded, but my mind was racing. Who was she? How long had this been going on? And most importantly, what was I going to do about it? Over the next few days, I started digging. I needed to know the truth. I started by checking Mark's phone whenever he wasn't looking. I found more texts, more evidence of his affair. Her name was Sarah, and she worked at his office. They'd been seeing each other for months. I felt a surge of anger. How could he do this to me? We'd been together for 3 years. We'd talked about getting married, starting a family, and now this. But I didn't confront him. Not yet. I needed more evidence. I started following him. I'd wait outside his office, watching as he left for lunch or after work. Sure enough, I saw him with her, laughing, holding hands, even kissing. It was like a knife to the heart. But I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just watched. And then I started planning. I knew I couldn't just confront Mark. He'd deny it, or worse, blame me. No, I needed to be smarter than that. I started by gathering evidence. I took screenshots of the texts, photos of them together, even recorded a few of their conversations. I wanted to make sure I had everything I needed. Next, I waited for the right moment. I knew Mark's company had a strict policy against workplace relationships. If I could expose their affair, it would cost them both their jobs. But I didn't want to just send an anonymous email. No, I wanted to make sure everyone knew what they'd done. So I came up with a plan. The day of the company's annual meeting arrived, and I was ready. I'd spent the night before preparing my presentation, a slideshow of all the evidence I'd gathered. I dressed up, pretending I was just there to support Mark. He didn't suspect a thing. The meeting started, and everything seemed normal. The CEO gave a speech. The department heads presented their reports. And then it was Mark's turn. He walked up to the podium, looking confident. "Thank you all for being here today," he said, smiling. "I'm excited to share some of the great work we've been doing." I stood up, holding a USB drive. "Actually, Mark, I have something to add." He looked at me, confused. "Okay, what is it?" I walked up to the podium, plugged in the USB drive, and started the slideshow. The first slide was a text message, one of the flirty ones he'd sent to Sarah. The room went silent. "Mark has been having an affair with Sarah," I said, my voice steady. "And I have the proof." I clicked through the slides, showing photos, texts, even a video of them together. The room erupted in whispers. Mark's face turned red. This is ridiculous. She's lying." But the evidence was undeniable. The CEO stood up looking furious. "Mark, Sarah, my office now." They walked out, their heads down. As the room buzzed with gossip, I sat back down, feeling a mix of emotions, anger, sadness, but also satisfaction. They'd gotten what they deserved. The next few days were a whirlwind. Mark and Sarah were both fired, and the scandal made headlines in the local news. Mark tried to apologize, but I wasn't having it. "You made your choice," I said, my voice cold. "Now live with it." He moved out, and I started rebuilding my life. It wasn't easy, but I knew I'd done the right thing. And as for Sarah, well, let's just say she didn't fare much better. She lost her job, her reputation, and even her friends. It wasn't the way I'd planned it. But sometimes, you have to take matters into your own hands. Because if you don't stand up for yourself, who will? It's been a year since the cheating partner's downfall, and things are finally looking up. I've moved on, found a new job, and even started dating again. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more interesting stories happening around you.